how Kim Jong-un travels.
This is the Tiangong. On board is Kim Jong-un, the ruler of North Korea.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kim Jong-un's the type of guy to have people carry him on a chair, like a golden chair, as he like walks in and waves at everybody.
Never leaves his country, but when he does, he travels on rail in the so-called moving fortress. Right now, he just left Pyongyang. His destination is the Vostochny Kosmodrome in Russia to meet Vladimir Putin. The journey will take him around 2 days and well over 1,000 kilometers through foreign land.
Yo, I wish we could get a day in the life YouTube video of Kim Jong-un just to know how that works. At 3 o'clock, I'm going to kill this family that disrespected me. And then I'm going to throw the rest of their descendants into a working camp for the rest of their lives. At 4 o'clock, I eat dinner. At 5 o'clock, I play basketball with Dennis Rodman. At 6 o'clock, I kill one of my sergeants that tries to betray me.
Kim has many enemies. How does the Tiangong keep him safe? Only a few North Koreans have access to the regular internet. If you're able to watch this video, you're probably living in a country that allows you to access all the websites and platforms the world has to offer. Well, most of them. NordVPN can help you bypass 2 additional trains. One drives ahead to check for dangers, like planted explosives on the tracks or ambushes on the sides. The other one secures the back. It is filled with
what would have happened if Kim Jong-un died? Would his sister just become the leader?
Heavily armed security ready to rush to the Supreme Leader's rescue, if need be. A helicopter scouts the area ahead. He accompanies the convoy the entire time traveling through North Korean territory. Cargo planes station additional personnel at the closest airports along the route. The Tiangong has reinforced bulletproof windows. Its walls and bottom are hardened to withstand explosions. Multiple compartments are carrying heavy weaponry. The train is equipped to fight back against attacks from above with anti-aircraft missiles. It also carries anti-tank missiles and 2 machine guns to aggressively fend off attacks from either side of the tracks.
You know damn well that motherfucker's paranoid as shit, too. I'm not saying this isn't like, this is too much because he is like a fucking dictator that a lot of people want dead. But like, he probably bugs out about everything.
Flee from the scene. All this makes Kim's train extremely safe, but also extremely heavy. The Tiangong travels at only 60 kilometers per hour, sometimes even slower, due to the poor condition of railways in North Korea. When the train passes by a station, the power is cut off on all other tracks. There are 20 railway stations in the country that were built solely for this one train. Because of the slow...
Why you ain't get a private jet, Kim? Fucking broke-ass motherfucker. Fucking get a... I'm sorry. No, I'm not gonna track it. I'm gonna continue rambling, and then I'll apologize. Fucking broke-ass motherfucker. Show me that money spread, Kim. Why you ain't fucking fly a private jet? Bitch. Sorry.
He has everything he needs to govern his country day and night. An office with a desk, top, television, fax machine, satellite phone, and a map of China and the Korean peninsula on the wall. A reception room. The interior style is quite eclectic. Most rooms are entirely white with shiny wooden floors. There are green and hot pink sofas, ivory and turquoise curtains, flower-shaped lamps, and zebra-patterned fabric seats. But the highlight of the train is the restaurant. On board, you can find all sorts of delicacies from Korean, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and French cuisine. Kim Jong-un won't get bored during the journey either. The train has singers on board who serenade the...
They have a PS2 with Crash Bandicoot on it. Kim Jong-un's favorite console that he actually is the only console that he has ever owned. The only gaming console in the entire country.
Supreme Leader, personally. When stepping off the train, 2 onboard armored Mercedes limousines are unloaded for the last mile. Train travel has a long tradition in the Kim family. This is the Kumujin Palace, where the remains of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong.
Bro, that motherfucker kidnapped people to be in his movies.
This is the Kumujin Palace, where the remains of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il are laid to rest.
That is nuts that they just leave that there. And how is he not? God, he looks like he's decomposing.
Right next to their remains, you'll find life-size models of their personal train carriages. There's even said to be a painting of Kim Jong-il proudly standing next to his train.
That's his remains? No, it's fucking, it's like a whole, you know how they like pump your body full of, if you get buried, they pump your body full of fucking embalming fluid. It's like even worse than that. He's like taxidermied. He's like a taxidermied human in the sense that like he's just always going to be preserved there. Like he has no insides.
A map with small lights shows the many journeys they took. Taking the train started as a safety precaution.
You ever see the overhead view of North Korea? I'm going to get so off topic in this. I just love talking about North Korea because I find it fucking fascinating. This is the overhead view at night. This is South Korea. Like, light as shit, especially Seoul. And then China even has a shitload of fucking lights. Dude, pitch black. Other than Pyongyang, like, literally nothing. Like, no power, no electricity.
Kim Jong-il was reportedly also just a bit afraid of flying. In 2001, he took a train journey all the way to Moscow, covering a total of 20,000 kilometers. A Russian official named Konstantin Pulikovsky accompanied him. After the journey, he published a book about his experiences, much to the irritation of both the Russian and North Korean governments. That's because for a long time, the Korean leaders
got the Sikowitz cut.
That's because for a long time, the Korean leaders' trains were shrouded in utter mystery. It was never announced when they would move and where. Also, the interior was largely kept secret. In 2004, Kim Jong-il's train passed through the Yeongcheong station near the border with China. Just hours later, a massive explosion killed about 160 people and injured 1,300 more. Supposedly, a train parked at the station laden with oils and chemicals was hitting power lines. There were speculations that this might have been an assassination attempt. That's not entirely unlikely. There have been many reports of internal power structures.
Yo, I'm gonna have a terrible take here. I feel like it's not that hard to kill a leader. Like, I know it is, and see, like, it's just, I don't know why I have that thought. I know it is, right? Like a president or a leader, like, they have so many security guards. I know it's a delusional stance, but I feel like it surely can't be that hard. Like, Secret Service, I know, right? They got everybody all over the place. The second you get within 5 feet of them, fucking 500 feet of them, they know exactly who you are, what you have. They're gonna fucking kill you, right?
Struggles in North Korea over the decades.
Like, so many of his generals. Like, wasn't there a general of his that tried to kill him, and then he got executed? I'm like, couldn't a general just walk up to Kim Jong-un and shoot him in the face? I feel like that's, like, they have guns on them, right? Like if they I know they're gonna die, and I feel like that's the fear, because, like, if you kill Kim Jong-un, you're just gonna also die. But, like, they could just walk up to him and shoot him. Like,
the security of the train was reportedly boosted after the incident.
New YouTube video idea, trying to assassinate a world leader.
In 2009, Russian photographers were banned from taking pictures of the train while it was en route to the then president Dmitry Medvedev. Entire villages in Siberia were instructed to stay indoors until the train had passed. In the era of smartphones, this is no longer possible and, in some cases, not really desired, because the train also serves propaganda purposes. The Taeyang-go fittingly means sun.
Cheering that hard for a leader is nuts. Joe Biden could walk by me and I'd be like, oh, damn. Oh, damn, that's my prez. Not a fucking crying.
Become a powerful symbol for North Korea. Kim Jong-un is said to use it to appear down-to-earth and close to the people, in stark contrast to the lofty image of the US president in his giant jumbo jet. And political
Yeah, that shit looks badass. When a president's walking out of that jumbo jet, you're playing dun 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 dun.
leaders traveling by train is one way or another a symbol. After the invasion of Ukraine, the airspace above the country became unsafe. Many Western leaders started to visit Kiev by train through Poland. This has been coined as iron diplomacy. In the case of North Korea, the Taeyang-go in some ways accentuates just how uniquely isolated the country is. The supreme leaders rarely, or perhaps never, visit most parts of the
I don't
world.
think anybody's cheering that hard for Biden. I don't think anybody. I was gonna say I don't think anybody's cheering that hard for Trump, but people would. I don't think anyone should cheer that hard for any president. A president is not a celebrity. They are a world leader that is supposed to run and aid our country. They are not a famous model figure, right? It's not Channing Tatum, right? That's a dude you cheer for, right? It's not fucking Post Malone. It's your president. They're not famous. They should not be famous.
There's also a certain irony in the train supposedly symbolizing the modesty of the Kim family. Journeys always have a destination. Kim's train finally arrives at Vostochny Kosmodrome. He's greeted with one of the longest and perhaps most uncomfortable handshakes in history.
A long-ass handshake. Oh, and they don't stop. And they just keep talking.
Then Putin gives him the full tour, a spaceport, an aircraft factory, and the Pacific Fleet. Later, there's vodka, a ballet performance, and a walrus show. The reason the two men meet
show
is quite serious, however. Russia is running low on ammunition and allies in its war against Ukraine. North Korea has enormous stocks of ammo and is not afraid to supply it. In return, the country could receive technical support from Russia for building new satellites and missiles for its nuclear weapons program. No official outcome has been announced, but Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov recently visited Pyongyang shortly after the meeting. He thanked North Korea for its support in the Ukraine conflict and reaffirmed the partnership between both countries.
Bro, there ain't no way, though, Putin ain't be like, bro, your country's in fucking shambles. No way. No way Vladimir Putin's, like, fucking dick-riding Kim Jong-un. Like, he has to be like, bro, like, you know your country's kind of in the fucking gutter, right? Like, your people live in huts and are starving.
North Korea, in turn, officially recognized the territories captured by Russia as Russian sovereign territory. Lavrov didn't commit on weapons deliveries, but according to the US government, North Korea has already delivered over 1,000 containers of ammunition and military equipment to Russia.
Wow.
North Korea and Russia both have very few international allies left. While the Taeyang-go tries to be a symbol of power for North Korea, it is also a sign.
Yo, damn, that really is what it is, though. It's because ain't nobody you want to be on their team. It's like being last pick. It's like... I know they have similar, like, leadership ideologies, but it's like being last pick at a fucking basketball team. It's like you got to work with those classmates on the science project.
Isolation. Vladimir Putin has accepted an offer to visit Kim Jong-un in return. This would be a good chance for him to take his very own ghost train.
That was a good video, though.